Hey everyone, Internet PCS book reader here. Today I want to talk about Witch Hat Atelier by Kamome Shirahama. Kamome Shirahama is one of the most active artists I know that has strangely so little attention from what I can find, which needs to be fixed as soon as possible. She is one of the few current mangaka with godly artwork of not just character design, but every detail on how the clothes even flow and little attention to details that really adds up, which can be attributed to her being a graduate of Tokyo University of the Arts that is so famous for the place of study for many famous artists and is so difficult to enter that there's another really great manga by fellow graduate called Blue Period, focusing on the character struggle to enter the university. But that's another story for another video. Kamome Shirahama herself has drawn not only for DC and Marvel, but has also designed the character for one of Star Wars Vision episode, which is one of the very few Star Wars new series that are actually good. And later on, she even wrote a short story for that episode, and she's done all of that while also still wrote her own original seinen manga series, Witch Hat Atelier, a much too underrated manga for how good it is. As with all good stories, it opens with a question: what makes someone become something? What makes an athlete an athlete? What makes an astronaut an astronaut? How do nature and nurture shape someone to become who they are? And in the world of Witch Hat Atelier where witches exist, what makes a witch a witch? Our main character Coco lived in a small village alone with her mother, and when she was a kid, she went with her to the castle for a festival where she met a masked merchant that looks like he'll ask, "What are you buying?" every time you talk to him. He sold her a magic book and gave her a dream to become a witch when she grew up, but unfortunately, you need to be born as a witch in order to become a witch, so she can only admire traces of their works from afar. But at least she grew up to be a diligent girl that helped her mother despite not being able to achieve her own dream. We even open the story with her helping her mother with laundries, and she even show off her work at the store on measuring and cutting fabrics to the level of people calling her art magic. One day when she was drying some clothing on the roof, a winged chariot came to her house with guests wanting to shop at her place. But some kids broke the winged chariot when they were playing with it. Thankfully, another guest at the store who's been talking to Coco at the store was Kifri, a passing witch that came there to buy some fabrics. He offered to fix the chariot, he just needs a place indoor where he can do his thing, which of course Coco offered to use her house since she loves magic. There's a very obvious Lord of the Rings influence to the start of the story, like when Frodo welcomed the arrival of Gandalf. I wouldn't be surprised if the music of the anime, just like Frieren, will have that Howard Shore's Lord of the Ring quality. Coco was told to guard the door so no one picked in on him doing magic, but she cannot hold her curiosity and picked anyway despite the warning when she saw Kifri drawing, not using wand to cast magic, but using pen to draw magic itself. Kifri picked the chariot and he was about to ask Coco more about the masked magician she met when she was a child that she talked to him, but she felt guilty from picking so she avoided him. At home that night, using the pen she got from the masked merchant, she tried to draw one of the magic from the book and she casted magic for the first time. She drew a lot more and casted a lot more simple drawing, and then she attempted a big one to see what it does, and the magic blew up, crystallizing everything near it. Thankfully, Kifri came because he was worried and saved her. But the magic caused a commotion that made Coco's mother come because she was worried, and the magic also turns her into crystal. To make matters worse for Coco, the world of magic was supposed to be a guarded secret. That's why people believe that you need to be born into becoming a witch instead of everyone can learn to be one. So Kifri will have to erase Coco's memories, which she of course refused because she needs to save her mother, and currently no one knows what magic she cast because she just drew the pattern shown in the mysterious magic book, and that book is now part of the crystal at her house. Coco begged Kifri not to erase her memories. She will find more books like the one she got so she can find out more about the spell that makes her mother into crystal form so she can save her. While at the same time, Kifri also hinted at a group she needed to find, the group that may be responsible for selling the magic book and pen to Coco. There's only one way that both of them can make this deal happen, which is to officially train Coco to become witch. And this is all just the first chapter of the manga. It's one of the strongest introduction to a story in manga format. You got introduced to a couple of the main characters, you got introduced to the world, there's a tease to what could be the antagonist of the story, and there's a goal, a direction to where the story is going and what will motivate them. Coco will learn magic to save her mom, and Kifri will find this mysterious organization that are teaching dangerous magic to non-magicians like a child like Coco. And both of them have their own stakes at the story. For Coco, it's obviously saving her mother, and for Kifri, it might be so much more. And remember, this is all just in the first chapter. Kifri eventually brings Coco to where she will stay to study magic, This is where she will meet most of the other main characters in the story, her classmates. Tita, the cheerful character, Riche, the cool character, and finally Agate, the hot-headed character. Coco didn't exactly get the warmest welcome because magic in the history of Witch Hat Atelier used to be more normally used by everyone, but people kept going to war using magic. So one day some witches with more sense decided to erase everyone's memory for magic use and made selection for learning magic much stricter. And not only Coco becomes a magic apprentice despite not going through the strict selection, she also performed forbidden magic, magic that was meant to harm humans which has been made forbidden post-memory erase era. So she's not exactly at the best position to make witches friends. But her main purpose there is still to find the book that caused the crystallization of her mother and her home. And to find this book that she was reading, she need to go to the Magic Tower, the usual Ivory Tower or Babel Tower that usually appear in magic stories, and to go there she needs to complete a 4 witches test. Kinda like Pokemon gym badges to challenge the champion, but instead of badges we got heads there. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's a reason why she fell in love with magic in the first place. There are many beautiful and charming spells that people can use. But first, Agate, who is really offended that someone who haven't put in the hard work to become a magic apprentice managed to become one, so she'll need to prove her worth by passing the magic test. So Coco will have to prove her worth by passing the magic test. First, let's talk about that Tokyo University Art School graduate level of art. You can see it in the attention of details, not just the character drawing, the detail in their expression and the flow and details in their clothing. Even when they talk about the history of magic, the panel can look like wooden panels and a magic wall. Where we see the tower, the panel look like books. Where the book explained the tool, we had these paper scroll-like panels. Where we got the explanation of the type of magic, we got this beautiful imagery that comes with the magic type. It has been announced that the manga will get an anime adaptation, but in the manga, everything looks so good, and it gives more charm to the manga that I'm not quite sure if the anime adaptation can adapt this attention to detail quality. I'm sure some easier detail like where Agate challenged Coco with these two sides separated by the light that comes off the window that shown their upcoming rivalry. I'm sure most animation can do justice to that, but the other detail might go missing, which I hope they can translate them in other ways in the anime. For the manga, I think it didn't get that much popularity because it's fantasy and there's not that much action on it, which is usually associated with fantasy nowadays. Some of the problems that the character had to deal with is their drawing being bad, which makes me wonder how much of it is the author projecting her own school art trauma. But this is a long-term storytelling, so there will be an escalation of threat, which is not the most fast-paced. I know it can be a bit slow because this is a seinen after all, not a shonen. There are more care placed in character and world building. In almost every arc and every chapters, both the world and the character are expanded further and more. Coco will have to do much to prove herself because Agate really don't want her to be there, which is character chemistry that will be explored more later. But for now, she can be considered the antagonist of the story, making Coco do the first magic test long before she is ready, which can actually kill her. Which not only shows that there will be an escalation to the danger the group had to face, but also how the group will face them. Then the mysterious group that will become the long-term antagonist known as the Brim Head Group also seems to have some plan for Coco. When the group goes to the town of Mud Forest to buy a magic pen for Coco, they encounter the masked magician and they manage to trap the apprentice group into another dimension where they had to face this cool looking dragon. So that's quite a quick escalation. And that's how the story of the manga goes. It's not the most battle-oriented manga in a fantasy setting. If anything, it is closer to Frieren but with more slice of life and coming-of-age story and even less battle. And that's how it became one of the best underrated modern fantasy manga, which is unfortunately buried among all the isekai trash that come out at the time the manga started. The story will focus on the growth of the character, facing their insecurities and getting better at what they do. It will also expand on the world so much more, showing the Council of Magic Security that makes sure that the magic stays a secret and further expanding on the politics of the world. It will further elaborate on why the Brim Head Group wanted to unmask magic into the world and why they needed Coco. It will tell us further about Geoffrey's obsession with the Brim Head Group and how far he is willing to go to pursue them. It's not until the story progressed quite far and we started to see how cruel the world of magic in the past was and how cruel it can still be. And behind all that beauty that magic can provide, what uncomfortable encounters will the character have to face and what impossible choices will they have to make. This is the kind of challenges that character will have to face, the duality of man between freedom and responsibility. and the uncomfortability of questioning and challenging the status quo. I think it's a great story, and there's so much care put into every panels. Every drawing is as good as the other. That as a whole, the manga becomes something much more special than any one of its aspects. It did also slow down the update of the story because of how intricate some of its art is. But if you want a fantasy world that you can dive into, this is one of the best art form to jump into one. I give this a 4.5. What do you think? Let me know if I missed anything, so leave your thoughts in the comment below and subscribe to the channel. That's about it. See ya.